Mummy is back. Hi everyone. This is my very quick review slash podcast of Monday Night Raw, and specifically the return of Miss Rhea Ripley. Yeah, absolutely delighted. I'm a massive Rhea fan. I think she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, period, across the board. Basically, she got taken out just after WrestleMania. In the storyline, it was something to do with Liv Morgan, but I think she'd actually knackered up her shoulder. And yeah, she was on the shelf for like 3 or 4 months, and obviously you've had the storyline with Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan getting together, shall we say, or attempting to get together in Dominic's case. And it looked like last night, excuse me, that he was actually going to get it on with Miss Morgan. It was some sort of match, and basically Dominic's tripped up and fallen in the ring with Liv Morgan, and shenanigans have ensued. And then all of a sudden, just they're about to kiss, you just hear, "This is my brutality." And Rhea obviously came back, and it was absolutely awesome. So yeah, Rhea comes out, and basically, long story short, Liv Morgan basically runs off like a little girl, an actual little girl. And Rhea comes down to the ring, and Dominic's like, "Hi, how you doing? This, that, and the other." And yeah, Rhea is not happy, and basically might as well have just done this, taking him back to the ring. Taking him back to backstage. Liv's actually behind the curtain, sort of like peeking, and you think she's hiding at first, but she actually does a little smile to the camera, as in like, "Haha, look at the damage I've caused." So Rhea's back. Rejoining the Judgment Day, presumably, because earlier in the show, Damian Priest actually got in contact with, well, we didn't know who it was at the time. I mean, we had an inkling, obviously, but basically rang someone up saying, "Are you here tonight? What time are you coming? Blah, 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 blah." And yeah, turns out it was Rhea. So going forward, I'm assuming the plan is going to be Rhea versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. So the build for that's basically started now. You've going to have all the big matches. That's in about 4 weeks' time. Presumably Rhea and Liv Morgan are going to fight over the Women's Championship. And I'm going to assume that they're going to turn... I mean, Rhea is a face basically now, but she's still meant to be a heel. I'm assuming they're going to do a double turn. Well, not even a double turn, because Dominic's actually a heel. But you get what I mean. I'm assuming they'll have Liv Morgan basically unite maybe with the Judgment Day and take over from Rhea. Maybe even become the leader. Maybe JD and Finn actually help out. Maybe this is the point where they kick Priest out. Maybe Priest and Rhea become a team against them. I don't know what they've got planned, but I would be very surprised to see the Judgment Day in its current form after SummerSlam, so August the 5th. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, it's very, very cool to have Miss Rhea Ripley back. And just some other notes from Raw. So it was another really, really good show again. Obviously, I'm loving Raw at the minute. Like I said in one of my videos a few weeks ago, this is the best wrestling that I've seen from WWE for 20 years, easy. If not 25 since the Attitude Era. All the segments seem to matter, all the storylines seem to matter, the performers are on top of the game. I mean, you had Seth versus Punk last night, which ordinarily would be the main talking point coming out of Raw, but obviously, in my opinion, that was more Rhea and Liv Morgan. You had the Wyatt Six getting involved, at 6-6 even, getting involved in the Chad and Jey Uso match, causing Gable to lose again. Funniest thing I've ever seen, the brilliant bit where Jey Uso, the house lights go down and you hear the creepy noise, and basically Jey Uso just goes, "Yeet," and runs out of the ring. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I really love Jey. I love what they're doing with him as well. Drew McIntyre has been suspended before next week when he's due to come back. Obviously, had Bron Breakker and the like the sort of aftermath of Sami Zayn. Bron's basically beat the living tar out of him. Dragunov have to save him. I need to rewatch that because I've not seen that bit just yet. And also we seem to have a new stable, which I'm actually quite pleased about this. Sonya Deville came back last night and basically helped Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, I think, beat up, I can't remember who it was, because again, I've not seen that bit just yet. Possibly Zelina Vega and a couple of other of the ladies wrestlers, women's wrestlers, excuse me. That I'd be really excited about, because after the weekend, I actually put my money in the bank video that I was really impressed with Zoe Stark. I know she's been getting a load of crap off internet fans. I haven't seen enough of her work to make a comment, or if she's said something or something online, because she seems to be getting a load of stick and abuse, which is really weird, because she's just a woman going out to do a job, as far as I'm concerned. She was really good in Money in the Bank, and I think she's got a big future. She's only young as well. I actually really like Shayna Baszler, but they've just not got anything for her that's stuck. They basically just need to make her a killer. As simple as that. So, female Brock Lesnar, obviously not like Brock, but you get what I mean. So I'm very, very interested in how that turns out. But yeah, the build to SummerSlam has well and truly started. There was a package on Gunther last night, because I don't think he was in the show as far as I remember anyway. Building up to him and Damian Priest match. If you've seen my videos before, I don't think that's going to be the final SummerSlam match, because basically it's heel versus heel, unless they're going to try and turn Priest face, maybe, because he is getting some reactions now. But I don't know, it just seems a bit of an odd main event, to be honest to me. But we'll have to see going forward. But yeah, Raw, I can't believe I'm saying this, as per usual at the minute, absolute fire. It was brilliant. So going forward, like I said, we're on the road to SummerSlam now, so I don't know whether they're going to stick with the 5-match formula that they've done for the sort of overseas tours. With it being a main event card, I'm suspecting that they won't. I anticipate seeing 7 or 8 matches, but I think the ones that are locked now are going to be Gunther versus Priest plus another. Who that other is, I've got absolutely no idea, but I suspect Seth Rollins might end up going into that, because I suspect somewhere down the line, Rollins and Punk are going to fight at WrestleMania for the title. That's what I'm suspecting is going to happen. Obviously, now you've got the announcement of John Cena. What does that mean? Does someone got shifted on the card? Is the main event scene going to change? Obviously, you've got The Rock in the background as well. So, I mean, this WrestleMania coming up next year could be absolutely outrageous, even more than last year. I'm suspecting it'll be Cody against Solo. I'd be astonished if Roman Reigns doesn't show up in the match or isn't announced before, maybe 1 or 2 Raws beforehand. I think they'll do it as a massive surprise. I think Cody, Solo will be about to win, and then Roman's going to come back, and I think he's going to end up smashing Solo, and then that'll ignite the Bloodline feud. Liv Morgan versus Rhea definitely is a lock. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn is a lock. And then you've got, apparently the rumour is that Randy Orton's going to be fighting Tamaloa. I will learn how to pronounce that gentleman's name. I do apologise at some point. But yeah, I would just suspect that they're going to be the main events. And then, obviously, Drew versus Punk even, I suspect will be... I don't think it'll be a sanctioned match. I think there'll be some sort of street fight, because I think Punk's probably cleared, but I think everyone backstage and obviously all the fans, maybe CM Punk himself, are a bit concerned that I think he can still go for... He's in fantastic shape. I reckon he can go for 10, 15 years if he wants to, but I just think the amount of injuries, maybe they're just taking the time, getting him better, getting him into ring shape, running the ropes backstage. I don't know. CM Punk knows better about his health than me at the end of the day, but I think with this one they might just make it a street fight. And I think after all this they'll give Drew the W over CM Punk. He probably does deserve it after the amount of crap the bloke's been through, but yeah. That's my SummerSlam predictions, with maybe a couple of others. I would also suspect the Wyatt Six are going to be heavily involved. I think they'll go after someone who we're not expecting. Maybe they get involved in the Gunther Priest match. Who knows with what's going on at the moment. Bo Dallas, if we're calling him that on the show, as opposed to Mr. Howdy. he had a killer segment again last night when he was talking in his Mr. Howdy persona, kind of to himself. And then it was a brilliant interview, absolutely fantastic. They're doing a really good job with that. And then all of a sudden, Adam Pearce basically opens the door to his office, and Bo Dallas is sat there, but like not in the way that he was in the footage. He's kind of just looking as you would do if someone had just come into your office, like a normal thing. And then Pearce closes the door, so I'm like, oh, what's going on there? Might be another storyline wrinkle. So yeah, I expect them to be heavily involved in SummerSlam. If they're going to get a match, who knows? I don't think they'll have a match for a long, long time. I think they're just going to do run-ins and go from there. But yeah, it's all very, very exciting. And just a bit of further wrestling news. So obviously, hopefully you've seen my Money in the Bank wrap up and reaction videos. Thank you for all the support again. It's really appreciated. AEW wise, just very quickly, if you haven't seen Hangman Adam Page's promo, I strongly urge you to go and see it on social media. I won't even attempt to describe it, but it was... other than Tony Storm's promo this year, the best wrestling promo that I've seen this year by a mile, an absolute mile. It was absolute fire. Really, really good. I won't even try to describe, just please go and see it. Setting up the match with Bryan Danielson to determine the #1 contender for Swerve at AEW at Wembley Stadium, which I will be going to, which I'm very excited. Hopefully see you there as well. So yeah, I suspect it'll be Hangman versus Swerve. I'm a little bit iffy. I've got no problem with that being the main event, because those two are money. It was one of the best wrestling matches I've seen. I think it was the Texas Death Match last year, when they were both bleeding all over each other and biting each other and this, that, and the other. So I'll be delighted if that's the main event I see. I'm a bit gutted that it's not going to be Danielson. Because I think he deserves one last run with the belt, because obviously he's only got himself like another, 8 to 10 months. Obviously they've done the setup for Ospreay now and MJF, after MJF attacked Daniel Garcia last week. So hopefully we'll get a bit more answers on that on Dynamite tomorrow, fingers crossed. And the other line, I have put this in my Money in the Bank video. Just go back on the channel. It's on there like a few videos ago. Obviously, Cena has now announced his retirement. And it's basically a retirement tour. So what are we getting? Are we getting Cena versus Gunther? Are we getting Cena versus CM Punk? Whisper it, do we even get Cena against Stone Cold Steve Austin? The Rock? Rawlins, maybe Chad Gable, someone like that. Do they have they bring back Kurt Angle, not to have a match, but obviously he made Cena basically, not made him, but you know what I mean. Like he introduced Cena to the watching wrestling world basically. So do we have that? Who knows? It's going to take. It's going to be from, I think, a year. In 2025. I'm not actually sure whether they're going to start it this year. I really don't know, but I'm sure more details will be announced as they come available. But yeah, that's all exciting as well. What that means for, as I said earlier, what that means for Punk, Rawlins, what that means for Cody's main event. Are they going to have Cody Roman free? Is that now going to be superseded by Cody and John Cena? Does The Rock come back to face Cena one last time? Who knows? Because I think Cena's 2-1 up at the moment, I think, give or take. Did they fight each other 3 times or 2 times? Do you know what? I've absolutely no idea. So I've completely forgot. But yeah, that's a possibility as well. So, yeah, all good. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. That was my quick wrestling roundup. I'm probably going to start to do more of these going forward. I don't know if I'm going to keep the way the podcast is running, because people seem to like the wrestling aspect a little bit more, so I might be going a bit further into that. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see. We'll work it out. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. It's always appreciated. Thank you for everyone who subscribed this week. We got I think it's 4,000 views this week and another 5 subscribers, so thank you very much appreciate it. If you keep an eye on the channel, if you're a football fan, there's another stadium tour coming up this weekend. And if you're a Doncaster Rovers fan, you are very much in luck. So keep an eye out for that. More cool toy shorts. And also, if you are I was going to say a Pride fan, not that Pride. If you're a Pride fan, as in the in Leeds, the parade in Leeds, I'm going to be doing a vlog of that in when is it now? About 9 days time, I think. So I'm going to do lots of shorts about the parade. It's a really good thing that Leeds does. Please go and support it for the LGBTQ plus community. And I really, really have to concentrate on saying that with my slight stutter, as you might have heard, because I trip over my words, and yeah. So, so if you want to come and watch that in a couple of weeks, that'd be cool as well. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all soon for some more wrestling. Bye bye.